Exodus 16 and verse 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go and what? Gather. Will the bread be rained? Did God say we'll rain the bread? Did God promise to bring the bread? Talk to me. Did God promise to bring the bread? Did God promise to release the bread? So what is the duty of the people? Somebody say engagement. Talk to me, say engagement. In 1 Kings chapter 1, if you read from verse 6 down, from verse 8 down, you read from verse 10, the Bible says, a man of God in the name of Nathan the prophet said unto Bathsheba, he said, Bathsheba, I noticed something. I heard the sound of tumult. And what is the sound that I hear? The sound I hear is the sound of the king's son called Adonijah. He had gathered Zadok, he had gathered people to himself, and he has made himself a king against the counsel of David. He said, go and tell David that you made a promise. In other words, a promise had been given to Bathsheba that your son shall be king. Solomon shall reign after me. Bathsheba kept quiet, believing that prophecy and promise would just come to pass, until someone came who was the brother of Solomon. He hijacked that prophecy. He hijacked that. So until engaged, prophecies can be hijacked. If not engaged, prophecies can be hijacked. He hijacked the prophecy, and Nathan came and said, a prophetic word was given. Go and tell the king that this is not what he should allow happen, because he gave a prophetic word. So she engaged to see the fulfillment of that manifestation. In Judges chapter 12 and verse 3, the Bible said, Jephthah said, when I saw that you delivered me not, when I saw that you helped me not, I put my life, I took it in my hand, and I engaged into battle. Am I communicating? What are the rules of engagement? The rules of engagement is becoming a team with heaven in the actualization of your destiny. Becoming a team, becoming a pair with synergy with heaven in the actualization of your destiny. You are becoming a team with God to see the actualization of your destiny. What is rule of engagement? Running with the new creation reality while dominating God's creatures. Running with the new creation reality while dominating God's creatures. By reason of the new creation, you are now aware that every creature is under your feet. By reason of the new creation, you are now aware that you are to take dominion, you are to subdue, you are to replenish the earth. By reason of the new creation, you are now aware that you are a new species, a new brand of person. What is rule of engagement? Rule of engagement is engaging the word and spirit in the fulfillment of heaven's decree as touching your own future. Engaging the word and spirit, engaging the word and spirit in the fulfillment of heaven's decree as touching your own future. Every time God gives a promise, it must be engaged. Anytime God gives an instruction, it must be engaged. Anytime God gives a command, it must be engaged. Anytime God speaks a word, it must be engaged.